Year-old was killed while ordering cookies from Makita's Butter Cookies. Or Makita's, I'm sorry, Makita's Butter Cookies. That's off Airways Boulevard. The owner of Makita's Butter Cookies telling Fox 13 that young Dolph was inside the bakery when someone drove up, fired the shots, fatally wounding the rapper. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Daryl Green.
I'm Merle Purvis. It is a day that many of us will never forget. Tonight, there is a plea for peace and calm across the city.
Around 12:30 this afternoon, we learned that Memphis rapper Young Dolph was shot and killed outside of a local bakery.
A lot of people are full of emotion right now.
That's a father, that's a brother, that's a son, that's a nephew. Other than being a superstar, that's somebody's child right there.
This is what remains of a tragic day in the city of Memphis. We were the first to show you the close-up of this scene at Makita's Butter Cookies. Shattered glass, bullet holes, and crime scene tape.
We have a team of reporters covering this horrific act of violence. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon is on the scene with the police chief's address to the city.
Fox 13's Kayla Solomon is live at a popular Memphis restaurant. That's where police are stationed right now, on standby, on watch, if you will. Fox 13's Jackie Massey is in our breaking news center right now with the outpouring of love and support on social media.
First, we're going to go live to Airways Boulevard, where Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson will get us up to speed on this developing situation. Daniel.
Merle and Daryl, good evening to you. I stand just feet from where young Dolph lost his life at just 36 years old. I can tell you there has been movement out here all day long. I want to give you a live look at what we're seeing now. Folks, you are taking a live look at Makita's homemade butter cookies. This is where young Dolph was gunned down around 12:30 this afternoon. You can see there they are right now securing the property. They have spent a long time taking the glass out. All of those windows, a good amount of them, were taken on by bullets around 12:30 this afternoon. We know from the chief of police here in Memphis, C.J. Davis, that the young rapper was gunned down. We now know inside the establishment that you're taking a live look at right now. Let's show you some video from just a little bit earlier. I can tell you we were here when police moved the barricades back. They started at Airways and slowly they moved all the barricades back and they allowed us to get a little closer. Fox 13 was the first station to show you this up close to where the rapper took his last breath. As you can see there were many bullet holes. I saw one of the main places where a bullet had gone through. It looked to be about 3 to 4 feet in diameter. We have seen from video, which we will not be showing you tonight because it's too graphic. We saw a place where the rapper was lying right on the other side of the glass that you see there, and his arm was hanging outside of the establishment here. Not to get too graphic, like I said, we're not going to show you that video, but it just shows you what a horrific shooting this was. Now, we understand that the rapper had residents in other cities, Chicago as well as LA. Apparently he was here for a turkey giveaway. It just shows you how big his heart was. As a lot of people do when they come back to the city, they want to stop in those places where they know. And he in particular liked to show support to these small businesses, ones like the one that he was gunned in today. So just a horrific scene. As we bring you back out here live, I can tell you when I arrived on the scene here, you could not get up this close to the property. I was stopped at about Airways. That has since changed. They have now opened up Airways and Ketchum, but even still at this hour, there are a few people who are standing around. A little bit earlier, closer to 12:30, there were hundreds and hundreds of people here. I can only compare it to when Michael Jackson died, when Prince Diana Hannah, when she died, Whitney Houston, that stare that you see in people's eyes when they are in utter shock. They weren't even at the point of really where they would pay their respects. It was more a shock as if a family member had died. I want to give you a live look now at what we're seeing here on the streets. This is Airways Boulevard. As you can see, not the scene that we saw earlier when everything was blocked off. As I mentioned earlier, they, at some point, police removed barricades, and they have just now taken the barricades down. And so you're getting a live look at Airways. Of course, we're going to be on the scene here up close to the place where young Dolph took his last breath. Of course, if we see any new developments, we won't hesitate to come back to you a little later in the broadcast. We're live on Airways in Memphis. Daniel Wilkerson, Fox 13 News.
Daniel, thank you for that continued perspective tonight. And our cameras were rolling as police escorted the medical examiner who took young Dolph's body away from that area. You can see the street was lined with people behind those barricades as police cars escorted the tow trucks and the coroner's van. Now, we also heard late this afternoon from Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon was there as the chief addressed the city just at 6:30 tonight. Dominique, talk to us about what the chief had to say, specifically about tonight.
Well, Daryl, the police chief held this news conference around 6:30 this evening, and it was brief. As you know, this is an ongoing investigation, so there wasn't too much information she could give us, but she is calling on people who may have seen anything. If you know anything about what happened out here around 12:30, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH, but as you know, throughout the day, it was pretty tense out here. There were some tense moments out here. For the majority of the day, things were peaceful, things were calm. People were out here just trying to see what was going on and get the latest information about what happened to young Dolph here at this cookie shop. However, there were some tense moments, and the Memphis police chief, they say that they're taking any threats or any information they're finding on social media seriously. They said that they're going to place their police officers in hotspots. So anywhere that they believe could be targeted, they say they're going to increase police presence there. As we've mentioned throughout the day, Prevay, they've increased police presence there as well, because that seems like one of the places that could be targeted following this incident. But the officers, but the police chief says, once again, they're dedicated to finding out who this gunman is, and they're calling on people to come forward. Also, Councilman J.B. Smiley, he mentioned that he would like to see a curfew. We asked the police chief about that, and here's what she has to say.
We also strongly encourage everyone to remain calm as we actively perform our investigation. The Memphis Police Department is providing an increased presence in areas of the city that might be directly impacted by this unfortunate incident.
So this is some of the glass from the crime scene. This is what police officers have been combing through throughout the day. You can see a bullet hole right here in the glass right there. And this is the evidence police have combed through. They're gathering evidence. They're calling on people to remain calm and let them do their job. And at this point in time, they said they don't plan on enforcing a curfew, but that could be in the works later on. At this point in time, they're just calling on people to stay home. If you don't have to be out tonight, remain in your home where it's safe. Reporting live in Memphis, Dominique Dillon, Fox 13 News.
Dominique, thank